to the Gaymeboyz channel.
I'm Johnny.
And I'm Tam.
And today we're here with a Disneyland haul
from our most recent trip.
Tim and I had the pleasure of visiting Disneyland at the beginning of October, and we haven't been to Disneyland since last August of 21, and we've never been together for our Halloween, and Tim, this was his second trip to Disneyland, so it was a very fun trip of new things.
Yeah, we've never been to the parks, any parks, around Halloween, so it was fun to see all the decorations. The only park we've ever been to is Six Flags, where they scare you, and we don't like that life. So it was super exciting to go. We will have some vlogs coming, so be sure to subscribe. And yeah, we did buy a lot, so we're gonna show you everything.
I'm so excited because some of this I forgot we bought, and some of it I've been eagerly wanting to use or play with, but we haven't been able to because of said haul.
Yeah, so the first thing we're going to show is a popcorn bucket. This is something that's been sold out forever, so when we saw this in stock at one of the random refreshment things, we were like, oh my gosh. So this is the Tow Mater popcorn buckets, and it's special because Cars Land is in Disneyland only, so it really commemorates our trip. So this is just so detailed. We don't use these as popcorn buckets, we use these as decor items. But they did such a good job on this, and it opens like so you can even just put knickknacks or something in there and just have him displayed. And then the little thing says Radiator Springs on it. So cute.
And I will say something about Popcorn Bucket because we saw it at who's that girl in Cars that is the hippie car that gives gasoline. It was in that section. And Tim was like, are you sure you want it? And I was like, well, it's Disney 101. If you see something, get it. And I literally saw the popcorn bucket on display, and there were 2 cardboard boxes of them behind him. And I was like, no, we should right now. And Tim's like, well, you'll have to carry it. And I was like, fine. And so this was my first time carrying a popcorn bucket around the park all day. And I will acknowledge that it was not, I don't want to say as bad as I thought it was, but it wasn't as inconvenient as I thought it would be. Because all the rides, it was super easy. Even when I brought it on rides like Guardians where you're going up and down, it really didn't move anywhere when it was by my feet with my backpack.
Well, you had to tie it.
Yes, I tied it to the other stuff. The other thing was, I also didn't know how sturdy they were because at one point I just dropped it and a wheel popped off and it smacked on the concrete. But nothing broke, nothing snapped off, and the wheel just popped back on. And the funny thing, not even funny, but right before that, Tim was like, I was thinking to use it as a extra bag, and I put my phone in it, and Tim was like, you shouldn't do that. And so I took it out, and then it dropped. So Tim saved me from a possibly broken phone.
We picked up the Tow Mater as a vampire straw for someone. I don't know if that's in here.
A few moments later.
Yeah, so they had a bunch of these different straws. They had Maleficent. They had a Mike Wazowski on a pumpkin, but we didn't find that one ever. So we were able to get our friends this. I'm not going to open it because it's not ours, but it is just Mater as a vampire. You can't really even see it. I don't even see his face. Oh, there's his face. So he's a little vampire.
So on the subject of popcorn buckets and similar with strings, we also picked up this sipper mug, which I've never actually really held one of these in my hands before. So this is super cool because I know they did one of these before, but I've never seen this one. And again, Tim was like, I haven't seen those, and so we were getting, because we were originally, real talk, looking for the Donald with the candy corn, which they are in World, and we did arrange for one of our friends to pick those up for us, so we will have a Donald sipper coming. But here is the Queen's mug, and you can see that there are these like lights on it. Like I think it has like a flashy strobe effect. Then there's like a glow, but you can actually like see it glowing, and allegedly this glows in the dark. But this is such a cute cup with this little mug handle. We'll turn this back on, and then there's this like thing that you just do that, and then you can look sip out of your poisoned apple. But we'll probably just use this as like holiday decor because this is so cute. Or you could pop it open and put like a succulent inside, or like some dry ice, and like it could just be spooky.
I do have a highlights reel, so if you want to look on my Instagram, you could see like some highlights from our trip. But one of the things is we tried to plan outfits and Loungeflies for all of those outfits. So I had a shirt that I wanted to wear, but I didn't have a bag for it. And then there was one that I had a bag for the shirt, but I didn't love the bag as much because it was like one of those like kind of like cheaper Loungeflies. And the straps were weird because I'm tall. It was a big issue. So I was looking for a new Loungefly bag. I saw this one many times. I absolutely love the design. I love it so much, but it has the Mickey ears on top of it, and we don't really like bags like that just because like they bend and they look flimsy and weird. We're also not like a huge like sequined bag people, but we found one, actually John found one that was like actually not like janky with these ears, and it's like trains to go back, so all you have to do is just do this.
It's a light fluff and zhuzh to get it back.
And then it looks like perfect. So I did actually wear this 2 days in the parks, and this was a very cool bag to have.
It's so much better. Like when I was carrying my 2 bags, I was like, it felt like I had like a carry-on luggage with Tim's. Like I was like, it is so big comparatively to the ones that I was using that day.
It fit a lot, but downside of this, it does not have any pockets inside, so like everything was just kind of in there, so I had to do a lot of digging. So like you could see the ears, how they look. I don't mind them. Probably won't get like a lot of bags with these on them, but I love this design. So you have all of them in their Halloween outfits. Donald is predominantly featured. The only thing bad about this, because like this was what I was worried about, I wasn't paying attention as much to the print. So you have Minnie as Figaro like right there. I wish she was front and center, but it's fine. And then you could see more of the print on the side and the back. It does have black straps, and it does have pockets. And then it is a Disney Parks Loungefly, so that is on the placard. And then I put all this stuff back in, but this is just that same print. And then on the inside, I put all this fluff back in but this is the inside design, which is very interesting because they made a bunch of like sweatshirts and shirts and towels out of this material because they already have enough merch of this. So I thought that was cool. But yeah, the inside doesn't have any separators or anything. But someone was actually telling us or showed us on Amazon where to get those divider things, so I might get that when I wear this next. But love, love, love this bag.
I think the reason why we didn't look at the pattern of the bag so much is because at that point we were so focused on ears that like we were just looking for ears that weren't like Pluto ears. All right, let's see. This is garbage. Let's see what else we have. Oh, we have ears! Speaking of ears, we did pick up a pair of ears because we already had these, but Tim showed me these, and I loved this like tie-dye because tie-dye's having a moment right now. So we got these ears, and I love these, and you know that we'll be cutting the bows off of these, but it's this like cool like tie-dyed orange, and these are, I like these because we can wear these at Halloween, but also with the right spirit jersey, my yellow orange bird one I'm thinking about, I can wear these without the bow and it'll be like a summer ear, which is like super cool. And then I like, there's nothing on the sides. It's almost like a different like fabric than other ears, but it's just, they're flatter. I don't know, I love these.
All right, and then moving on to the clothing items. I wanted a spirit jersey. They just had a simple black one, and I don't have any simple black
You don't
ones.
have any black ones.
And this is the Disneyland D. And then on the back it does say Disneyland. But I like how simple it is. And this is actually not as stiff as a lot of them. Like it's like a little bit softer. Not that much, but I mean, I love this. Just simple.
Well, it's like clothing, right? You always want like a good basics line, like of a like black t-shirt, white t-shirt, gray, you know what I mean? Like solid neutral. I found a spirit jersey because I did not know this was a spirit jersey. Tim was very kind, and towards the end of our night at DCA, there was like a 10-minute wait for web slingers. And so we went on, you'll have to watch our vlog to see who won. Spoiler alert, it was Tim by like a landslide, like double my points. I think it's because his arms are longer. Like I think that I'm good at video games, and I think that like, I don't know. But anyways,
I literally was just doing this.
I don't know. All I know is that he and I were better than the two people next to us. That's all that matters. But I had no idea like this was a spirit jersey. That was even like a thing. So it is a blue and red Spider-Man because I almost got the white Marvel one because I've been wanting a Marvel spirit jersey for a while now because I just don't have one. But I didn't love the white one. It says like Marvel on the back, but then on the back there's like all these emblems of all the heroes, and it represented heroes that I don't necessarily like collect as much. So I was thrilled to see this like web one, and also I like that it's like not a spirit jersey. It's like not Disney. I mean it is Disney, but it's not. It just says Team Web, Worldwide Engineering Brigade. It's like I am a student at Web, and what I love about this is like this sleeve effect of like the gray with this like kind of, I would say like varsity jacket, like blue and white, like, you know what I mean? It's like a jacket, it's like a school attire. And then the back is this, it says Web again, and it says Invent, Empower, Worldwide Engineering. And I don't know, I love that I have a Spider-Man Marvel Avengers Campus spirit jersey now. That's like kind of like athletic-y. And
I like the ends.
Yeah, like right, like that was what sold me. And on the subject of clothing, so Tim and I have had a very long struggle with these Mickey slippers. I love these slippers. I actually like the Mickey versions more than the Minnie. And so during our last world trip, we stocked up because
well, no, they didn't have them.
They didn't have them.
We had Lauren and Gwen pick up.
Yes, because I was worried that they were just gone because of supply chain, but now they're back in stock, so I'm not as worried. But I walk really heavy. I like wear through mine like in a season, like specifically like right here. I walk heavy, so this tears down. So Tim and I got 2 backup pairs, but then I did the math and said Tim is actually on a pair right now, and I am not. So we are off cycle. So for us to stay even on like when we bring in like the new pairs, I needed a new pair. So Tim found these for me. These are the medium adult slippers. These are like one of my favorite items because they're like really reasonable, I think, price comparatively to other Disney merch. And they're like foam inside so that they really get to know your feet well.
Yeah, and if you follow us on TikTok or see any of our reels or anything, you'll probably see us wearing these in most of our videos.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and then another thing that I always do on our trips is I always get some kind of slushie, and I got my Coke slushie, and then they have this like little cup, and I was like, you know what, yeah, I don't normally get the reusable cups, but I thought this was cute. And it came with this like strap where the thing fits, and it's super cute. It says Disney Parks, and it has a bunch of spider webs and hidden Mickeys. But like, I liked that you could just literally like put it through, and then like you could just like carry it. But with my Loungefly, it was kind of hard to do that, so I just was like, meh. But the top has like a cute little Mickey, and then you could use that as just a sip thing too. But what's cool is it's the Haunted Mansion. You have all of the portraits and then like the candle guy, but then you have Mickey in a pumpkin all scared. Oh, and that's Minnie too. I thought that was Mickey always. Oh, that's cute. So I like this. I just thought it was like super cute and a nice little memento.
Speaking of the Haunted Mansion, something else that we thoroughly enjoyed while we were there was the Nightmare Before Christmas overlay, which is so special because it's like unique, and every year like the gingerbread house is different on the inside. Did you know that? Yeah, it's like so cool. So it was something that I was so happy that I got to share with Tim and got to enjoy that. And as a moment of that, I saw this, and if it's one thing I love, it's Legos, and this is the Haunted Mansion Lego. Now, when I got this, I did not really think about the scale, but like this is a really small scale for Lego. Like if you look at the size of that minifigure and look at how many like dots, like this actually is deep. Like I don't think it's as big, but it is stunning. It's gonna look great, and this is one of the items that I was really excited to start playing with. So legitimately tonight when we're done with this, look at all the things. You can even see like the the dinner scene, and then another scene. But I am super excited to build this tonight, and then I can like use all of like this Haunted Mansion stuff near it and be like, a ghost may follow you home. But like it was just really cute, and so I love Legos.
Alright, so speaking of Haunted Mansion, so they've been doing this awesome series of ornaments that are like the attraction buildings, and the Disneyland had their own Haunted Mansion Nightmare Before Christmas overlay version of this. I love these so much. So what we're planning on doing with these, we have a lot more coming in a future haul, but like we're gonna try to make this a Christmas village because like they're just that gorgeous. So there is a Haunted Mansion. The front of it, you have all of the like Nightmare Before Christmas wreaths and stuff on the front, and then you even have that long like CVS receipt of the, what's it called, just like the names and the
like the naughty and nice list,
or no, it's the like formula or whatever. And then the back is the inside, which this is so cool because you could see like all of the like snakes, Oogie Boogie, Jack popping out, and then you have all the portraits down here. So like this is one exception where we're gonna make this Christmas, even though Nightmare Before Christmas is a Halloween movie. But absolutely love this.
So this next item is something that Tim and I have been thinking about getting for a while, but we just didn't know what it would be or when we would do it. So we finally pulled the trigger while we were at Disney Springs and ended up getting a custom art piece.
Yeah, it's really cool. So they only go up to 9 letters, which we lucked out that our channel name was 9 letters, and you could do a different character for each letter.
This was where it got really fun because then Tim and I started just rattling off characters.
Yeah, they didn't have they didn't have like any sidekicks. They didn't have like
any Pixar. They have like,
well, they had a couple.
They have like Toy Story, Merida.
4 characters.
Yeah, but they didn't have Baymax. They didn't have a lot of characters.
But here it is. Hopefully there's no glare. But yeah, we each got a certain amount of characters, so we're like
balanced.
Because we're like, you could have 4, I'll have 4, and then the middle could just be a castle kind of thing.
So the thing about this is that we placed the order at like, I want to say like 7:30 or something, and by like 2 hours later it was ready. We did ask for them to put it on the mat. We got to choose this like burgundy color, and we got to choose and we asked them to custom frame it. Now, this was something that we weren't going to do, but then once I realized that they're all custom sizes and we would have had to get it custom framed anyway, I was like, just you do it and just have it be done with, versus like me trying to do that. Bringing this home was actually way easier than I think I anticipated, is that they had it wrapped in a plastic bag. I put some more plastic around it, like with some other shopping bags, and then I just carried it onto the plane because this is less than like, the height, width, and like length is like smaller than like the carry-on size, so I was able to carry this on. When I got on the plane, there's that like front section where like people put like jackets and stuff, and I just said, hey, can I just leave this here? And she was like, absolutely, just don't forget it. So it was super easy to bring home, and so I'm so happy.
Yeah, so we'll show you up close. So obviously it says Gaymeboyz, but so like the way she did this, like we didn't tell her like what letter should go where or whatever. So you have Aurora as a G, Prince Philip as the A, Hades as the Y, or wait, yeah. And then the M is Hercules, the E in the middle is the castle, and then B is Prince Eric, O is Ariel, Y is Gaston, and then Z is Buzz Lightyear. He doesn't really like fit in with the story, but I mean, we love Toy Story and we wanted something Pixar because the reason we got Gaston was because John was Gaston and I was Hades. And then we both love Hercules, the movie. And it's just like our favorite princes. So this is gonna look awesome. We're not sure where to put it yet. The perfect spot in this room where it would go, we actually put like a case where we display Funkos in. So we're gonna figure out what to do with this, but most of our Halloween art's out now anyway. So you'll have to let us know what your favorite one there is and if there's any that you would have done. So next we do have our pins, but before we do that, I want to show you all the pins that I was able to trade for because I did a lot of the trader boards. So I traded 11 pins, which is crazy.
And that's crazy because Disneyland doesn't trade as much as World.
Yeah, we tried to get rid of like the traders we've had forever, so it worked out great. So first we have a Cleo Tsum Tsum, a Boo from Monsters Inc. Tsum Tsum, a Jack, which looks kind of creepy now that I'm looking at it. They have this Anna, I've never seen these, but these are clearly like from a mystery set. So Smiling Anna, Nervous Anna. And then we have this bowling pin of Jafar. We have this tinny toy, which is cool because we do have a short section. We got this Mickey waffle because we did the brunch when we were there. This Vision one, we were like so shocked that we found. So Vision and She-Hulk, which to Disney Plus. And then we got this really cute like Oswald pin, which we're gonna send to somebody. So not bad, I will say, for being free. All right, so pins.
There were new pins. People.
Yeah,
there are new.
They
pins.
had this really exciting new series of the Disney princesses, where there's like some represented that you never see. So we got these 3, and then we found they like did a version
like a portrait,
yeah, later, and we're like, oh my god, yes. So this one I'm super excited about because this is our very first pin of Rapunzel with brown hair. And then we got this Tiana in her waitress look. And then we got Moana. They did have, I want to say, like 2 or 3 more options, but they were princesses we didn't really care to collect. Like, I think it was Merida, Mulan, and Pocahontas, so we're like, eh. And then it's interesting that they made the Rapunzel blonde and long-haired in this one. And then this Moana one is beautiful. I absolutely love this one. This is probably one of my favorites out of this. And then this one is stunning too. So this is Princess Tiana in her beautiful green dress. So I will say that like all of these are different looks than the other ones except for Moana. So she's like the same, but it's cool to like see like, ooh, the change from the movies.
So this is next pin is a pins. It's a quarterly pin series that I think this is only our second one, right? Mm-hmm. And I thought these were for, okay, so I've been looking at these for a while, and I thought about getting it, but then I thought it was like $30, and so I said, no, I do not want that then. But then I looked, and it's only 19, not only, but it's much more reasonable. I thought it was 30, and I was like, that's too much for a pin. But look, it is the arcade series, and as a Game Boy, this is very important to me, video games. And I've also recently started really liking actually playing pinball. But look, it's Wally and Eve, and they're in a by and large, like, video game. And look, there's Wally. I don't know, it's such a deep cut of, like, so many things I love. Wally, Pixar, and video games that, like, this is a must-have for us. And these are double pin backs, so here's the pin up close. This is a limited edition LE of 1500. And then there's the back with the double pin back. By and large, put in a quarter. By and large would love you to put in a quarter, wouldn't they? And it says you can never have enough on the front.
So I do remember this. Like, I remember you got one once and they were 30, and then, like, a different series came out and then they were 20, and we're like, what? So I think they, like, priced them wrong in the beginning. And then we were doing this series, and this is the only series we're collecting this year of the Pin of the Month.
In its entirety.
But this is the one that was World, then Land, World, and Land. So, like, this came out, like, the beginning of September, and we're like, well, we're gonna be there, so hopefully it's still there, and it was. So this is the Art Transformation story, and this is Mother Gothel. So we're so excited about this one because she's underrepresented. This is such a beautiful pin. So you have her there holding on to Rapunzel's glowing hair, and then you have her as a hag there with the flower. So these are such pretty pins. Absolutely love. Oh, and then I should have actually showed this with the other princess ones, but this one came out. It's a booster set of all the princesses together. It's interesting how they, like, put the princesses.
Right?
Because it's like, you could clearly see that there's, like, a dud in each one of these. So you have Cinderella, Jasmine, and Ariel. And then you have Rapunzel, Snow White, and Tiana. Poor Aurora, she's with Merida in Pocahontas. And then you have Belle, Mulan, and Moana. But it's like, oh dear, like some of these pairings, it's like they would never be friends. Like, she hates her life here.
I was like, what? Like, first of all, they don't want Snow White there. Like,
right? They're, like, totally blocking her.
They're like, get out of our picture.
The only, like, one with, like, all the good ones is the Cinderella, Jasmine, and Ariel.
While we're on pins, I'm just going to grab this just because this is the most random thing. In the aforementioned spirit jersey that I talked about from Spider-Man and Avengers Campus, I was just, like, giddy at the end of the night. I was like, yes, and so I saw these beyond amazing SpiderMan pins, which we don't like a lot of Marvel. I mean, I collect some Marvel pins, but I thought it was appropriate since I bought a Spider-Man Spirit jersey, and Tim broke 200,000 on the ride, that we should just get a pin to commemorate these. So there are two pins on here. We've never opened these before, so I figure we open them now. I really want, like, the Warhol one with, like, all of their faces.
I want the TV.
And Tim wants the TV. So we have two that we want. Tim, you get to go first.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I bought this box, just for the fun of it. I feel a square. I'm hopeful.
I don't think this is the TV. Oh, it's a...
Oh, that's huge!
Amazing power and responsibility. Oh, and they don't have the Mickey bags because they're Marvel. So we'll show them at the end.
That is a line from the movie where they're like, with great power comes great responsibility.
No, that's from RuPaul.
That's also Spider-Man. Yay! I got the Warhol one! I just think it looks cool. Like, it's just a cool graphic-y art. That one we can trade, but, like, I really want to keep that one.
These are cool.
They're big comparatively to Disney
right?
pins. Marvel pins are better?
This is what they should have did with the Lightyear ones that were so floppy. But yeah, those are cool. Alright, and then we did get only 2 Halloween pins, so we were sad.
We would have gotten the third.
I know, we were sad. Literally everywhere, they only had this Bolt one. And they didn't have the Baymax one with Mochi dressed up as Stitch, which is an Easter egg in the film, which we really wanted it as Tati's on our bags. But like, these are so cool. So this one is from Bolt. So you have Bolt there as a carved pumpkin. And you have the hamster. And then you have Mittens there standing in front of the pumpkins. These are so cool. And then this one I absolutely love too, because it's Lucifer and we love Lucifer. And then there's this really pretty like silhouette pumpkin of Charming and Cinderella, and then one of the carriage. These backer cards are really cool too. So hopefully we get the Baymax one soon. We weren't going to get these because we are in a Halloween box swap, but then we're like, what if they like run out?
Yeah, so it was interesting because when we were talking about our last Disneyland trip, we did a haul for that and we'll link that above and below. But because we were there in August, like they had just dropped Halloween merchandise. So funny, we actually got last year's Halloween pins at Disneyland in person too. Mm-hmm. And when we were there this year, we were looking for the new ones. And for whatever reason, that Daisy pin, no one wants. Daisy
well,
was
a different series.
I know, but it was like the Halloween pin that of the year.
Of the Fab Five. And it was funny because it's the only one I got off of Shop Disney because I was like, this is my favorite. And it's like the only one that was left anywhere.
Right.
We should have got the minifigure when we could, but oh well.
So something I learned while we were at the pin store in downtown Disney, not Disney Springs, was that Fig Pin does exclusive Disney Parks pin, which I did not know. And so I was thrilled and ecstatic to see that Fig Pin did a exclusive, and you can tell from that sticker, Scarlet Witch Wanda Maximoff Fig Pin. And for those of you who don't know, Wanda and Scarlet Witch has always been one of my very favorite X-Men. Even WandaVision, I always loved Wanda because of her storyline. Because she was so powerful that she literally made all the mutants in the world disappear, pretty much, by just whispering, "No more mutants." And it was this epic storyline called the House of M. Spoiler alert, I do think that they might be covering that someday in the MCU, but it would be really great. But I just needed to have her. So this is the Fig Pin, and there she is. I do find it interesting they put her in her little midriffy outfit with her cape, but there's the picture of her. And the great thing about Fig Pins is they can either stand on their own as a pin, or they can on this little display stand, or they can actually just go into a pin board. So I'll be putting this on my non-Disney Marvel pin board at work.
Okay, I just noticed something that's annoying. We got two of the same pin.
How?
I don't know. There was one that I wanted. I don't remember which one it was that we were holding. Something must have happened. And we didn't get that one. But they had so many of these. These are the character gift boxes. Oh, it was the Hercules one that we didn't get. So, these are Disneyland only releases.
Which is why I think we didn't collect them from the beginning.
Yeah, because it's too much of a pain for us to get Disneyland pins because we don't have a personal shopper over there. So it's basically the movie wrapped up in a box. So this one's amazing. This box is all of the bricks that Ralph wrecks. And there's Ralph's face. You have the You're My Hero there, the King Candy, crown, Felix's hammer, candy. And then this is one we got two of, which we totally thought this was a different pin, so that's annoying. So maybe if anyone has any to trade, but we definitely wanted this one. It was Zootopia. So this is the little popsicle guy, and then you have the popsicle, you have the police badge, you have the pen as a carrot, the notebook. So these are just so cool. We saw these in there were so many different ones that were I was considering getting. They had a Princess and the Frog one that I don't know why I didn't get. That might have been actually the one that I mistakenly didn't get.
Yes, because it had Ray on it.
Yeah, and Hercules was actually, I think, the first one that
Yep.
came out, so that wouldn't still be there. That stinks. So yeah, we'll probably end up selling this in one of our coming live sales.
But like, it's like, especially for, if you've been watching our channel for a while, like we did a lot of we still do a lot of unboxings, and so like to have like a gift box is like, it's very meta, which is awesome. The next series that I don't know, is this a Disneyland exclusive as well?
No.
I've never
thought it
seen
was,
these.
but it's at both.
I've never seen these pins the entire time that we went to World. I went to World like 3 times this year and never saw these.
They're like new. They just came out.
Oh, see? This is why I need to
It's not
know.
a series, it's just like, they're just...
Oh, an LE? Yeah. So, again, knew none of these things. But look at this backer card. It's a lenticular. So, like, it goes from, like, starburst to stars. Starburst, stars, starburst, stars. So, these are a little bit harder to show just because they have a spinning element. But look, there is Pleakley with Stitch. And then when it gets to Twilight, he changes and he turns into an alien. Transformation at Twilight. And then if you do this, it just looks like he's transforming back and forth. Not really, but kind of fun. And then this one I had to get because this is a movie that is so underrepresented, and we have like only like a few pins of these. Is a Goofy movie, and there is Roxanne, and there is Max Goof. But guess what happens at Twilight? He turns in to Powerline. Back to Max. Powerline. Back to Max. But look at the transformations at Twilight. I just love that like they continue the pattern, so it really does look like he's transforming instantly.
I love when pins do that. Alright, and then next we have one that I bought for a friend because I remember that she said that these ones were hard to get, especially this Seven Dwarfs one, and then like she ends up having it. So we're going to end up selling one of these in our live sale. I'll show you the other one. We're going to keep one because we like Mine Train. We rode the Snow White attraction when we were there. So these are the supporting cast pins, which this one's interesting because these are like not supporting. These are like main cast members. So you have all of the Seven Dwarfs there, and they're in like the mines. You have all the diamonds and the different backgrounds. So this one is super cool. We do have most of these now. They make different movies of them, like Hercules and numerous other ones.
I hadn't looked at this really, but like, I really like this actually. I know we don't collect Snow White, but the great thing is, she's not on the pin!
Yeah, so we might just put all these together on a board because they're really well done.
They're bold. So Tim and I are thrilled that these pins have been available in the parks. Maybe someday they'll get to the outlets, but we did not do the One Family Pin event this year, but the good thing is that now we've learned over the last 3 years that all of these pins always make their
not
way.
all of them.
Some of them.
But, yeah.
Some of them. But I got this first One Family Pin as a gift for a friend. This is Huey, Dewey, and Louie from A DuckTales, a woo-woo. And my friend loves DuckTales, especially new DuckTales, and he loves Huey, Dewey, and Louie specifically, and so I sent him a photo. I was like, I know you don't collect pins, but this is like them, and it's a game. It's like kind of like cornhole. And so he was like, oh my god, yes. So I got this as a gift for them.
And then this next one is a really cool one. It's One Family as well, and you know we love Frozen, so this one's cool. I don't know why they didn't make like, oh, maybe it does it on the back. I haven't taken it off the backer card, but there's something that happened. They should have put a little thing because it spins. So basically, like, you have Anna and Elsa, but then the bottom changes. So you have Olaf being Goofy. You have him rearranging like an ice cream cone. So this is basically when they were playing the game. This is him as Elsa, which is my favorite. And then you have him as like a unicorn. Oh wait, no, that's the unicorn. So what is this one? He's like, I don't know. Comment down below if you know what that is. Unicorn. And then him as Mickey Mouse. but it's gonna stay on the Elsa one because that's so funny. But you have Anna and Elsa there, and it says Team Elsa, Team Anna. So it's like them playing the family game night. And this is an LE of 1600.
So in the same style of the Frozen pin, they also had this Inside Out Bing Bong pin, which new D23 news, Inside Out is having a sequel, so we will get to enjoy lots of more Inside Out. But Bing Bong probably won't be there because he is imaginary and isn't disappeared at the end.
Spoiler.
Spoiler alert if you haven't seen Inside Out. But here is Bing Bong on the backer card, and then similar to Tim's, there is a spinning element here on the back that I will show you, and this is a LE. So this is 1,000, but over looking at the memory ball, there's joy, there's anger, there's a rainbow, Princess Unicorn, sadness, Princess Unicorn, disgust, fear, and back to joy. It's gonna stay on sadness because love sadness, but for the life of me, I can't understand why they did two of the same character. It's like, what?
That might be an error, maybe.
But like, I wonder who else you would have done. Like, even, you know who I'd have taken instead of double unicorn and even truthfully like rainbow, because I feel like that was a throwaway. I would have loved like those little gumdrop people. That would have been cute.
Alright, and then we got one box of these one family. It's like owners with pets. We do have other boxes from Shop Disney, so this will join them in a future video. But these are all of the options on the front. So there's some cool ones here. So you have like Antonio from Encanto. And then, of course, Figaro. And then we have 6 boxes of these brand new Princess Mystery Pins. So they're just called Disney Princess. So there's 2 inside. And then they put them on the side for whatever reason. So you have all of the princesses there. So that is going to make its own video. Hopefully we get all of them because there's 12 princesses and we have 12 options of getting these, right?
There's 2 pins in each.
Yeah.
So we have 2.
Yeah, 12.
Yeah.
And then we have 2 mystery pin boxes that we're also going to open now. So we did these ones, the Disney Reflections Series 1. I didn't know they came out with a different series, but we'll link that video above and below. But at Disneyland, they have like a bunch of different ones of these. So these are also obviously all new options, but like the front of the box is confusing because they aren't actually like part of conjoining castle pieces. They are just like these bubbles, circle bubbles. So let's see if I can see who these are. So Mulan, Brother Bear, I want to say, Robin Hood, Dumbo, Alice, Bambi, Mowgli, and then Lion King. So we basically just got these because we wanted to open pins. There aren't any of these that I would actually keep, so there's that.
Oh, there's paper around them. I can't feel them.
Who feels pins?
Sometimes I do. All right.
Weird
Tearing
people.
opening pin, and the pin.
Brother Bear?
Yeah, I just was trying to figure out what it looked like. It was very odd.
Oh yeah, he's looking in the water.
Yeah, I figured that, but like it was just like I was. Oh dear.
Oh. So this will end up in a future sale. Because there's not any in this series we wanted. I don't know. We just wanted.
I just wanted to see what these
Yeah.
new series look like. I was like.
Oh, this one's a good one. This is Nala when she's looking up at Simba.
And that's when she's like getting all like hot and bothered for him. Like, oh, look at Simba over there.
Right? She's like, he really grew up.
Ugh.
So here is the Brother Bear one. And then there's Nala. And then they have the cool little reflection there. This one's a better reflection. Most of them are like this, where it's like, it looks like it's a sketch. But that's fun.
That was fun to open. Alright, and then the next little
I'm excited about these.
box that we have are the Fall 1 Autumn Leaves collection. And we've opened these, haven't? No, we got the one we wanted.
We bought Figaro out of the series.
And then, so they're out of this series. There's a Dalmatian, there's Marie, there's Figaro, there's a dog. I don't think that's Copper Todd, I think that's a dog from another movie.
I know, looking at it, who it is.
There's a dog. I think he's from either Cinderella or from,
It looks like
Dalmatian?
Bruno, or it looks like that one from Fox and the Hound.
Right, but then there's Simba, Fox, and Hound, Stitch, Pluto, and then Nana. Since we already have the Figaro, I would love the Marie and the Stitch or the Nana. Aw, it's Hound.
Copper.
Copper! Aw, look at Copper playing with leaves.
Oh, and then we have that dog that we don't know who it is.
Is that like Old Calamity or whatever his name is?
I don't know. He looks like so many different dogs.
Right, just like
he looks like the dog in 101 Dalmatians. He looks like the one in Lady and the Tramp. He looks like the one in Fox and the Hound. He looks like kind of like Bruno, but like Bruno's all
gray,
not that color yet.
They also love that little terrier. They only had like 3 dogs for a while that they could like do things of, if you count Oliver and Company. You know what I mean?
I wish we would have got a cat, but that's okay.
I do wish we had gotten a cat. But I like Todd.
That's
Copper. I always get them confused.
So here they are. They're nice size pins. And they're in leaves, so that is super cute. Yeah, Stitch would have been good too, or Nana. So that's fun. So something I want to show before our last item was something that I was given standing in line waiting for our Jim Shore to be brought out from the back. So a cast member gave us 2 of these buttons, which is, it says, Honorary Citizen of Disneyland Resort where dreams come true.
We saw this Jim Shore on, like, earlier in the day, and, we saw it first. I know where we saw it first. We were at DCA at that, like, store that's right next to where you learn how to animate, and we saw this Jim Shore, and for those collectors like us who have been collecting Jim Shores, like, you have, like, in your head, a price point for certain size things. Like, Jim Shores will range for small figures anywhere in, like, 20s, 30s, 40s, all the way up to, like, that Rapunzel tower, which is, like, over 100, right? So you have this barometer. So typically when I go shopping, for at least me, I will always create a value proposition in my head and say, like, I would pay up to X for this. So when we saw this Jim Shore, I thought it was beautiful. But then I looked at the price, and it was so reasonable for what I believe is the figure, that I was like, oh my gosh, this is like a steal.
Yeah, look at this box. Boxes like this are not normally under 80.
Right?
We could not, even when I was checking out, the woman was like, oh, I bought this too. And I was like, I can't believe the price. And she's like, right? It's like, it's cheaper than that dinky little princess one over there.
It's cheaper than a Loungefly. Let's also say that. And so, for us, we were so thrilled to be able to get this. And funny enough, on the 2 trips ago, we got another Haunted Mansion Jim Shore. So it's like, it all comes full circle.
Yeah, so this is the box. Again, giant. So this one is called Madame Leota. Very creative name.
Right? I thought it should have been like Mystic Fortune or Fortune Tellers. I don't know, something.
But guys, this one, it's really heavy. It was only $65, which, like, Jim Shore's little ones are that. So it's basically just like kind of looks like a diorama, but it is of the Haunted Mansion. You have the chair there. You have obviously Madame Leota with the candles. And she doesn't glow in the dark, which, I mean, it's fine. And then there are her cards and the tablecloth. You have all of the little, like, carpet down there. all of these different Jim Shore patterns. Like this one is just so pretty. And then there is the little like raven up on the seat. But yeah, this one is literally only called Madame Leota. But it is such a pretty piece.
This piece.
Like, and it's so heavy. It's like probably one of our heaviest ones.
One of my favorite things about this and the other Haunted Mansion Jim Shore is that they use mixed mediums. That they use like actual glass or like metal or like real things. Like it's just so cool. Oh, I didn't even know that's a pretty design on the bottom of the table. It's just like, again, we could not get over how reasonable we thought this piece was.
This piece.
Especially again, looking at like other similar figures that are lighter. So great steal. And this was one of the last things we purchased, and so we just got to carry it home right away. We didn't have to carry it around in the parks all day.
Yeah. So that is actually our haul, if you can believe it. It's funny because we did most of our shopping day 1. We barely did anything day 2, and then day 3 we kind of like picked up again and did more. But I think we did really well. Like, not too many Halloween items, but like still super cool, unique things.
Yeah, but I think like, especially now I'm looking around like all the Haunted Mansion stuff and how like it's very Halloween focused just by the time of year, but no, it wasn't. I mean, I don't know. I'm excited I'm just thinking about Legos right now, so my mind is completely not here.
Yes. So, yeah, we can't pick favorites in this because obviously we like everything.
Got it all.
So you'll have to let us know what your favorite item is down below. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up.
Yes, and if you're not a subscriber and enjoy Disney game, pop culture, and lifestyle-related content, be sure to hit that subscribe button so be notified of our future videos. And if you are a subscriber, thank you so much for joining and hanging out with us today. We hope that you have a wonderful day, and we can't wait to see you in our next video. Take care and be well. Bye!
Bye. Oh, and we also have a giveaway going on right now, so we will link that above and below. Be sure to enter until the 21st.